Well, welcome back, my friends, to another episode of Automotive. Today I got a really nice old truck. It's a 98 Dodge Dakota. And I'll keep the preamble short. Likes are nice, scribes are better. Questions, comments, feel free. Ring the bell if you want to watch any more episodes. Alright, this has got a PO443 code. I need to write that down before I forget. It's EVAP control solenoid. Okay, the pink and black wire is the EVAP control solenoid. That's the control wire, which the PCM grounds it. I already checked the power wire. It has 12 volts key on. I went to go, I unplugged this. I hooked my scanner up to it, and I went to go hit the EVAP solenoid test where I can actually activate the purge solenoid with my scanner. My scanner didn't like it. It didn't want to do, it was acting really weird. So I came out here and, I was checking to see if this had a ground. It doesn't have a ground. It's got 5 volts shorted to ground, the control wire, which should be a ground wire. So I came over here. It's the gray connector in pin 20. And I ohmed the wire from there to there. It had 7/10 of an ohm, which is perfectly fine, but I actually have a continuity tester, but the battery was dead. I was going to show everybody how to use it, but I have a 9-volt battery. I don't know. Thought I did, but I have to get some more tomorrow. So now 5 volts is a reference signal for GMs and a lot of new vehicles. I don't know if Chrysler is using 5 volts in this year as a reference voltage, because they're usually 9 volts on Chryslers. I'd have to look that up. But either way, it shouldn't have 5 volts ground, or 5 volts. It's shorted to 5 volts power. I'm sorry, I keep getting that backwards. On the pin 20 wire, it should be straight ground. I should be able to hook it up to the battery positive right over there, and it should say 12 volts on my damn scan, or on my voltmeter. But anyways, we'll get all past that. That's how I figured out that it had 5 volts shorted to this wire, which is a ground wire. So as you see, I have them all unplugged. Now the reason I have them all unplugged, and I still have the battery connected, is because I was checking for short in the wiring harness. So I took my voltmeter and I pinned out each individual pin, every one of them, to see if any of the wires were shorted together, and the ohm meter kept saying no. So I know it's not in the harness, and that's just a simple way to do it. It eliminates, if that wire is shorted to any other wire in this engine harness, it would come up on the meter, but it wasn't. Thank God, because I'd have to tear the harness apart, blah blah blah, or put the harness in it. Anyways, I think this PCM's been replaced before, and I've been working on this truck a long time, and I talked to him. He said we did it like 7 or 8 years ago. But it's looking like the PCM blew up again, my friends. I remember back in the days, Chrysler had a bunch of big problems with these things, and they were changing them all the time. And it's just 5 volts to ground out of the PCM is really weird. But there's obviously something inside this PCM that's shorted out. It is a PNP transistor PCM, so it does supply power, and not only ground, but it also supplies power to some circuits. So the PNPs are, it's positive, negative, not NPN, negative, positive, negative. I'll have to explain that one. That would take a little bit, but anyways, so basically, PCM diagnosis, harness is good, nothing shorted, 5 volts straight to shorted to ground. I guess we have a bad PCM, my friends. But that's just a simple way to go through the harness if you think there's a short in the wiring harness. Alright, well, thanks again for tuning in, and stay tuned for more.